Hello, everyone, and welcome to the StarGazer podcast. I'm Monty.
I'm Korey.
And Sid has a metal shop project that she needs to have done by Monday, so she will not be joining us today. What we got going on? What's going on in your world?
Well, I got a Switch recently.
Nice.
So that's really cool. I got Animal Crossing, been playing that. It's a lot of fun. Been playing Diablo on Switch too, that's fun.
That's nice. And you got one of the Switch Lights, right?
Yeah, Switch Lite.
Yeah, those are nice. I did discover that I should have known this.
Yeah.
But I discovered that there's no, you can't connect the Switch Lite through like a normal Switch stand, which kind of it makes sense, but like that kind of sucks. Yeah. Say you go over to your friends and you're like, oh, I could show you this thing and we could put it on your big screen. Oh wait, no, it doesn't fit. It's like, well, shit.
Well, yeah, but the Switch Lite was cheaper.
Yeah.
Easier for me to acquire. So. But
So,
it's been really nice. Just been messing around with that lately.
What did you get done most recently on your island for Animal Crossing, by the way?
Most recently I finished the houses for the 3 new residents, so they're slowly coming day by day. So I've got 2 of them now, so I'm just waiting on the last one.
Good.
So yeah, that's the most recent thing. Did the bridge, the museum's already built.
Nice.
So the point that I'm at is Tom Nook has stopped giving me advice on what should I do.
Okay, once you're at that point, just keep working on the island.
Yeah.
And then eventually talk to Isabel, and eventually she'll say, here's a review from someone, and it will be KK Slider. And then he'll come over the next Friday and play a song, and that's basically the end of the game.
Isabel hasn't shown up on the island yet.
Oh, shit. Is resident services still a tent?
Yes.
Yeah, you got some time. You're gonna.
How do I make that not a tent? Does that just happen eventually?
I think it happens eventually. I'm not sure how long it takes.
What about the shop, like the clothing shop?
I think that takes a month.
Okay.
I think a month, and then the clothing shop, someone has to come in. The shop, the Nook's Cranny, will upgrade in a month, I think.
Oh boy.
I
was wondering about that.
Services upgrade. When the 3rd villager moves in is when resident services upgrades.
Cool, because that should be today, actually. I just haven't been on today yet.
Nice. So it should be done by tomorrow, I guess.
Nice. That's good.
There's... I don't know if you know this because you're new to the Switch. You can go to the ATM and get a Nook Miles ticket.
Oh, yeah, I figured that out.
Okay, I was going to say, if you don't know that, that's how you select your villagers. Because a lot of people... Pretty much. You could go somewhere else.
And someone else will be there.
And someone will be there if you have a free house open. But...
I don't.
A lot of people... I've seen a lot of people that are like, oh, I really hope my new villager isn't ugly. And then they'll, kick them off the island or something.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
So far, my villagers, most of them are pretty cute. I've got Mira, which is like a kind of bunny. She's kind of cute. I've got Dom, which is like a ram or a sheep or something. He's got horns.
I remember Dom.
I don't have anything against him, but he's not my favorite, really.
Mira looks like a fucking superhero.
Yeah, she's cute.
Yes.
I think she's adorable.
I had a green version of whatever that dress was at one point.
Yeah. She looks like a Power Ranger.
That's what it was.
It is.
I think it was like more.
She looks like a Power Ranger.
I gotta look this up. What is?
I don't know.
She wears red blue patch or something.
Superhero
overall shirt. The red Zap shirt.
Ah.
They're Zap suits.
Cool.
It's the Power Rangers.
It looks like a Power Ranger. Yeah. So the second one that I have is Dom. He's a ram or something like that. I have nothing against him, but I don't really have anything for him either.
I may be misremembering.
Just search him, Dom.
Yeah, I may be misremembering, but I feel like a lot of people just don't like Dom.
I don't know. I think he's I like his character design. I just don't really.
Yeah.
It's a cute character design.
He's a ram with a rainbow tie-dye t-shirt.
It's kind of cute.
That's all he is.
His personality, yeah, he's a jock.
Initial phrase, indeed-a-roo.
Oh, yeah. Every time I talk to him, he says it.
God.
Every single time.
I hate it. That was...
I have 2 more villagers already there. Tammy, which is like a monkey. She's kind of cute.
Right.
And then Bertha. I haven't actually met her yet.
I feel like she's like a rhino or something. Animal Crossing. She's a hippo. Of course.
I kind of like her character design. That's kind of cute.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Her phrase is bloop.
Bloop.
Her phrase is bloop.
That's kind of really cute.
That's really funny.
That's adorable.
April 25th. Oh, her birthday's coming up. If she gets there,
she's already there.
Oh, then she's
already there. I just haven't met her
You'll have a really, really fast introduction to birthdays. I did not have a fast introduction to birthdays.
Here's the thing: when I was playing on your island, it was, my birthday came before yours, so I got to see that with my birthday. But how is it with other characters? Is it similar?
It's not the same. I think for a villager's birthday, they stay in their house, and then 2 other villagers, I'm pretty sure just selected at random, also are in their house all day. If you show up, you could talk to them, and they will say, "Do you have a present for me?"
Oh boy.
As if you're supposed to know that it's their birthday, even though nowhere it says that. Probably on the bulletin board, but who checks that?
Oh, I post on the bulletin board every time I get stung by wasps.
Nice.
So it's literally, I got stung by wasps. I got stung by wasps. Again.
I got stung by wasps.
And then it's, I've been stung again by wasps.
By wasps.
It's just the same thing. It's really funny.
I really like that. I think...
Because I got stung by wasps, like, back to back, and then it was, like, 2 days, and then I got stung again. So
Nice.
it tells a story. It's funny.
I've been wanting to reset my island recently because I realized way too late that there are certain trees that will bloom pink in the spring, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds so cool.
And early on, I chopped down a lot of trees
to
get wood. I got rid of all of them. You can't get them back. As far as I can tell, you can't get them back. So I really wanted those for a ruby monument that I was doing, because you can do rose petals and whatever. It's summer. Oh, whatever. So I wanted to reset my island. I have not used the bulletin board ever. And I went up to the bulletin board, and what was the message I put? I put something like, the end is nigh. Y'all are fucked. In all caps, and then at the very bottom in all lowercase, except Sylvana. She's cool.
That's really funny.
All I got going for that island is Sylvana, Anka, and
Pashmina. I kind of like her. She's
Pashmina's
cute.
okay, but she's not like a fan favorite. Anka, Raymond, whoever the other cat is. Punchy, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, that's like Punchy. That's the last villager that I'm getting.
Punchy?
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god. You got fucking Punchy.
Yeah, I got Punchy.
Oh my god.
He hasn't moved in yet. He should be moving in today.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, Punchy is a fan favorite.
I was like, Punchy's a funny name. I want to know.
His phrase is
super cute.
Or MRMPHT. So
his personality is lazy.
Oh my god. Cat, April 11th. God
that's
damn it.
Really soon.
No,
oh, no,
we
just
missed
it.
That's really soon.
No,
we just missed
it. I forgot.
There's always more fish in the sea. Get it? Because he's a cat and cats like fish.
We talked about that for a while.
Yeah, that was a long intro tangent, but
Animal Crossing, it's fun.
It is. It's so much fun. I want to get a capture card so I can play it for Twitch.
Yeah, that'd be really cool, actually.
Unfortunately, I have no money.
No monies.
We'll tangent around to the news. Just hang in there. But I have... Where I work right now is where I worked since last June, and then I took a bit off because there were no orders. I work at a suit rental place, for those who don't know. Late December, early January, no orders. I wasn't being called in to work on anything, so I said, you know what, I'm going to go see if I could find something else that actually has work. And they were like, we get it. You're good. Go ahead. And I couldn't find anything, as I'm sure you know if you've listened to this before. But eventually they called me back and said, hey, prom season's coming back, so we're going to have a lot of work with that. And I said, great, I'll come in. And I started working. Since I've been there, since last June, I have never worked all 5 days in a week. Today was the first week that happened.
You mean this week?
This past week. I worked every single day.
That's kind of...
Till...
Yikes.
At least 3:30. And every day I started 10 at the latest. Which, that doesn't sound like a lot. People work 9 to 5, but we don't really have...
It doesn't sound fun.
It doesn't sound fun because you're on your feet on a concrete floor. You're in a hot, filled to the fucking ceiling warehouse underneath a building. And you're walking back and forth all day, and you got to get the right size stuff, and then you got to pick all of it and scan it into the computer, and then if you get it wrong, you got to take it all the way back, and then you got to bring up the right one, and then that one might be wrong, so you got to do it again and again, and then you got to put stuff away all at the same time. Meanwhile, the actual floor workers upstairs are like, hey, can you bring me in a whatever size coat and whatever size pants? And I'm like, yes, I can, but
I'm not gonna like it.
Can't you just like come down for 2 seconds? And then I look at the camera, which shows a video feed of upstairs, and there's like 80 people in the lobby, and I'm like, oh come on, and they don't hire more people. It's just dumb. But it is prom season. We had 200 orders this week.
I remember you telling me something about that.
200 goddamn, 180 something. 200
near
orders.
200, yeah.
Not near 200 because yesterday, my boss comes in and prints out the rest of the tickets that were put in later in the week for next week, and there's over 50 of them. So we had over 200 orders, and what else? Next week we're supposed to have at least 300.
Damn.
And I forget what he said. I think he said, my boss, by the way, I think he said his limit that he was going to go was 400.
Oh, God.
If there are 400 orders, he's cutting it off.
God. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's going to be a nightmare. This prom's going to last at least until early May, probably.
Yeah.
God.
I know prom at my high school was, like, in May, usually, like... But I didn't get to go because COVID.
Yay.
Yeah.
A lot of people. Okay. Another great tangent, and I know we say that a lot, but
I have something to loop back to after that.
I used to go to a middle school / high school that was in the same district as a separate middle school / high school. But they were also basically our main rival. Like, it would be if the Sharks and the Jets had Shark Middle School and Shark High School, and Jet Middle School and Jet High School, but they were all the same district. And eventually they created Gang Member High School.
Yeah.
And that's where I went for my junior and senior year. I forget where I was going with this. What were we talking about before?
Prom season.
Prom season.
How people didn't get to go to prom.
But because it was a brand new school, brand new gang member high school, and this isn't the actual names and
obviously
whatever. Brand new high school. Everyone was like, "Oh, every class is going to get remembered around here because it's going to be the last seniors out of the original 2 high schools, or the last freshmen out of the original 2 high schools. Then there's the first seniors out of the new high school and the first freshmen out of the new high school. And then my class, graduate 2019 class, was the forgotten year, which if you had a brand new school and you were the class of 2019, you were the forgotten year. But it just so happened that the universe worked out. We were the last to graduate in person because of COVID. So thanks for that.
I may have said this before, but my graduation, because I was class of 2020, so it was COVID, my graduation was a drive-through pickup line in the school parking lot to get our diplomas. And, there were some teachers who would just, they'd stand at a distance and they'd just clap. But my graduation, I was like, they told me, roll down your window. And so I did. And then my principal kind of just tossed my diploma into my passenger seat of my car, and I graduated. So.
Hi, welcome to McDonald's. What would you like? High school diploma? All right, pull forward.
Basically, that's what it is.
That's really funny.
No, the way they do it, they had some guy, like, at one end of the parking lot, and he was like, he gestured, roll down your windows. And so I did. And he's like, what's your name? So I told him, and he's like, all right, pull forward, go with that line.
So
and
it really was like McDonald's.
It really was like McDonald's. Fast food graduation.
Ugh.
And then after that, I just went home, because, like, what else am I going to do? Anyway, I wanted to loop back to something. When you started talking about jobs, I remembered some good news that I actually got today. I just filled out a job application
for a theme park.
Yes, for a theme park last night.
Theme park. Yeah. Is the name of the place.
Yeah.
Not really.
So I applied to theme park last night, like late at night. And I wasn't expecting to hear back from them soon, but when I was coming over here today, I missed a phone call, and I listened to the voicemail, and it was from theme park. And so I was like, gotta call him back. So I was just sitting in the driveway here before I came in doing a phone interview. So I now have a job. I'm now hired for theme park.
Yeah.
So that's actually really good. And
I know
their pay rate's higher than I've had at other jobs.
I was just about to say.
So that's really good.
I was just about to say, I know that theme park has like 15 or 16 starting wage.
Well, no, it doesn't.
It doesn't?
No.
Oh.
That's a rumor. It doesn't.
Okay. It's a rumor told by someone I knew who worked at theme park. And I'll say that as often as I need to, because I'm liking it.
It's fun. It's funny. But I don't know if they're still doing their referral bonus, which is at theme park, if you know someone who referred you to, to try to apply, they'd give you both a bonus. I don't know if that's still in effect, but I was referred by our friend who works there, and she told me about it. She was like, yeah, go ahead, just apply. And I was like, okay, I mean, what could go wrong? The worst that can happen is they say no. So
right.
I applied and got, hired. So if they're still doing that referral thing, hey, maybe I'll get a little bit of a bonus. That'd be kind of nice.
That's nice.
I do know that they told me over the phone during the interview, if I fill out all the paperwork, before a certain deadline, I'll get a little bit of a bonus for that. So
cool.
I've already completed all of the paperwork that they sent me.
Nice.
I did it on my phone while I was sitting on the couch.
I was gonna say you're just like me. If you're given paperwork, you're
just
like,
get it over
it's
with.
either never going to get done,
or do it right
it's getting
now.
done as it sits in front of me.
Exactly. As soon as I got the email, I was like, click link, fill it out. There we go, done.
There, done.
So
magic.
So yeah, so I've got a job this summer at theme park.
Nice. I don't remember who I heard from, but who said that they were getting like 15, 16 an hour. They may have been working there for like a year.
If they'd been working there for a while,
yeah,
then they would have maybe. And it depends on the position you apply for.
That's also fair.
I
think like
I'm
coaster
gonna be
technician might get more.
Oh, that would definitely be more.
Yeah, I was gonna say
the rides when they break down. Oh gosh, I have witnessed the rides break down sometimes. I was on a field trip to theme park in 5th grade, and my friends, my group that I was with, they were like, we're gonna ride this ride. And I was like, it loops. I have never done that. I'm not doing that.
Yep.
Anyway, my group got stuck on the roller coaster for an hour.
We used to...
me and one other person avoided it because we didn't go on the ride, so we weren't stuck on the ride for an hour, but my friends were.
There used to be a section of theme park that was like Nickelodeon cartoons themed.
I remember that. I missed that, actually.
There was a coaster based on Fairly Odd Parents. There was like
I remember those.
Like one of those big wave things, not like ocean
I know
wave,
what you're talking
because
about.
there was a separate...
It's a ride that...
There was a separate water park next to it.
It's like a surfboard.
It was like a
surfboard thing that would go over this thing that
and that
mimicked
was
a wave.
Avatar: The Last Airbender themed.
It was. They changed that.
They did. They changed all. I knew
it's
at
now,
one point.
It's now. Should I say what it is now?
Is it Snoopy?
It is.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
It was Peanuts. I was gonna say I remember Peanuts as well, which at the time I was like, oh, they got rid of Avatar.
Don't they call it like Snoopy Land?
I think
that
so.
Section?
They might call it Snoopy Land. But
I just remember going to theme park, and my older sister doesn't like roller coasters at all, but she did like Snoopy Land. So, like,
right.
the last time I went, I was a freshman in high school, so I was, like, 15. No, I was 14 at the time. But that's the last time that I actually went there. It's been a while. Man, I miss it, actually. And it's just a bunch of us teenagers, and we're all just in Snoopy Land because my sister wouldn't ride the other rides, so everyone kind of just went to Snoopy Land. I did ride at theme park they have like a drop tower. It goes up really really high, and it kind of goes around, and then when you lose, it does a little bit. It spins a little bit, but then when it drops, I don't think it spins. I don't know. I've only been on it once.
Oh wait, no, I'm definitely thinking of another one.
But it spooked me.
There's one that's like.
Which one? Are you thinking?
There's one that's
like the swings?
Basically the same. That's just like the swings. It just goes in a circle. I lost a shoe on that, and I swear to you, I watched it hit. I'm probably making this up, but I swear to you, this is how I remember it. I was like, oh, I really don't want to lose my shoes, and then I kicked one of my shoes off, and I was like, that was dumb. And I watched it fall and fall and fall, and I'm pretty sure it hit an old lady in the head.
That would be really, really funny.
It'd be really funny.
Have you ever paid attention at theme park? Near one of the roller coasters, there's this big net under it. That is to catch the things that fall out of people's pockets.
Yeah.
I've known people who've worked there who have, change has fallen out of the net. And they just keep it. Because they can't get it back to the original person.
There used to be...
But wallets fall there all the time, and I've seen shoes up there, and it's really, really funny.
I don't know if you would remember this.
Probably
and
not.
I don't even remember it on my own because I had to be told about it. There used to be a ride at Theme Park, which I am going to say the actual name of it, but who fucking cares
Honestly,
at this
point? It's fine. We've talked about the general area we're in, right?
We're still going to use Theme Park because I like it.
Okay, then that's fine. We'll use that.
There was a ride that I'm pretty sure either doesn't exist or was remade to be safer called The Beast.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I don't know if they still have it.
I'm pretty sure they don't because I remember that I think it like injured or killed like 5 people.
Something like that.
Something really bad. It just went, hey, we're supposed to go left and we're going straight. Hey, there's nothing below us.
Oh boy.
I'm pretty sure that's how it happened.
I don't know exactly how it happened.
Could be wrong.
I remember there were some problems with some of the rides. Which is why they're like... I'm trying to be nice about it. I'm about to be working
Oh,
there.
that's fair. It's not like they're listening to the podcast. We're not talking shit.
We're not.
We're just...
I mean, the thing is, it happens at any theme park you might go to.
Hey, we're listening to a podcast, and we heard that you were applying to theme park, and we heard you were talking shit.
We're not.
And you're
But
fired
here's
now.
the thing. No. I'm not working rides. I'm working game sales. So hopefully it would all be fine anyway.
You're like the
person
guy
running the games.
Like the guy up front of the bottle or the ring toss on the bottles.
Stuff like that, yeah.
Got it.
Basically.
I love how
gotta kind of yell at people and say, "Hey, come play this game."
I love how not rigged
on a microphone.
The ring toss is specifically.
I haven't played the ring toss there because I know it's rigged.
And well, no, because here's the thing. It's rigged, but it's not rigged in a way where you set it up to be rigged. It's rigged because of how you set it up. You can't. It's like you throw a ring. It's not gonna land on a thing of bottles. It can't.
Yeah.
Because it's like the rings are too wide to. Oh, that's how they rig it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm fucking stupid.
Nah, there is one game that it's super easy to actually win because it's. I hope I don't get placed on this one because I don't want people to get mad at me because there's this thing where you I'll just explain the game. It's fairly simple. Basically, you have like the person playing the game will have the person running the game guess either your weight, your age, or something else. I can't remember. I feel like there were 3 options. And you have to guess the person's weight, and there's a scale. So you find out if you're wrong, and if you're within a certain amount outside of what they actually weigh.
Like 5 pounds.
Yeah, something like that. if you're completely wrong, they win a prize.
Okay.
It's super easy to win. I know because for a field trip for school, I played that game with my friends, and they had multiple of that set up around theme park. There were like 3 locations for that game specifically, and we went to all of them to get prizes. It was really easy.
Nice.
It was very nice. I enjoyed the game when I was playing it because it was super easy to win because it's hard to guess people's weight.
Right.
It really is. And so, yeah.
My dad and I once went to... Well, my dad, myself, and at the time his fiance went to theme park. And we saw a game that's like the ladder game that's on like a string that will like spin around. Like the unbalanced ladder.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
It's like a 30-degree angle or something.
It's a weird
something
angle.
cheap like that, but it's on like one point of
I wonder if they're still running that with COVID.
I don't know. They probably have to clean it down
yeah, they probably still run it, but
point is, my dad walks by, and his fiance, who is a very big fan of the Minions, like Illumination, whatever the movie is with Steve Carell, Despicable Me Minions, which tells you a lot about her.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to be mean. It's not like she'd listen to this anyway, but she looks at a giant, like 4-foot tall, like enormous stuffed minion, and she's like, man, it'd be nice to have that. And my dad goes, hey, you, Monty, try that. And then I go,
oh gosh,
all right. So I try it, and of course I get 3 rungs in and slip over and fall. And
I would love to try that game.
But immediately after I tried, some other like 20-something-year-old dude, just some random dude, goes up, tries it, wins it, and he's like, I want the minion.
That's funny.
And then I was like, that's funny. And then my dad went, hey buddy, how much you want for that minion? And then I went, are you fucking shitting me?
Oh my god.
And the guy was like, I don't know, $50. And then my dad pulled out $50 and gave him $50, and the guy gave him the minion. And
I hate it.
That minion
I hate it.
Sat in my dad's house in the living room, which no one ever went into because no one ever came over.
Yeah.
For years.
I hate it.
Doing nothing. Just taking up space.
I hate it.
I hated it.
I hate it so much.
And I can talk shit about my dad because he's dead.
I can talk shit about your dad because I never met him and he's dead.
Exactly.
Here's the thing. When you were starting to describe that, the only thing that came to mind when you said the thing about, you know, the girl said, you know, oh, I wish I had that or whatever, and he was thinking or whatever, my brain went, here, hold my leg.
This was pre-leg.
Ah, damn.
This was like maybe, 2013 or 14 or something, I guess.
That's
I don't
so
know.
funny, though. Just, here, hold my leg.
Here, hold my leg.
For those of you who
gets
don't
out of
know.
the wheelchair. For those who don't know, I don't remember what year it was, but at some point my dad had like a knee infection or tumor or something, and then he went to get surgery on it, and it was fine. And then at some point, nurse comes in, check on him at his house, like home therapy or whatever, and is like, may I see the stitches, how they're going? And she doesn't use gloves, and then that gets infected, and then they can't fix it, so they have to remove his leg.
Yeah, so his dad was an amputee, which is where the joke comes from.
Which he liked to call himself a cripple, because he's from an era of George Carlin, which I get it, but anyway. What was the other thing? There was also a time way, way before I was born. My dad was on, what are they called? The
ATV?
Yeah, ATV, quad runner, and he's going downhill or something, and he is like going downhill, and he sees right in front of him his friend is stopped, so he hits the brakes, turns to the side, and shatters his left leg. By the way, the leg that had to get removed was, I should start over. My dad had this like genetic thing where one of his legs was like slightly longer than the other one by like 1.5 inches or something, and it was constantly annoying to him that he knew that. So his left leg is before anything happens, his left leg's 1.5 inches longer, and he gets his leg shattered, and to the point where they can't just be, put it in a cast and let the bone heal, because that's not how it works. It's shattered. They take out all the bone. They put in a metal rod.
Oh boy.
So and he's like, hey, listen, my left leg is 1.5 inches longer than my right leg, and it's been fucking with me my entire life. Can you make it 1.5 inches shorter? And then they go through the whole thing, and then the surgery's done, and then when he's eventually able to stand up again, he's like, something, it feels different. I guess the leg's shorter, and it turns out that his left leg was now 1/2 inch shorter than his right leg. Then
that's kind of funny.
Then when he got the prosthetic leg for after his knee surgery, and they had to get rid of his other leg, he was like, listen, here's that story. Can you make my legs even again? And then his right leg was 1/2 inch shorter than his left leg.
That's really
so
funny.
he lost 2 inches of height over time, over like a 40-year period.
That's really funny.
It's really funny. And he had no organic material. Well, I mean, I guess he had like
skin,
flesh and skin, whatever. He had no organic structure below his knees when he passed.
That's so funny.
Which is really funny. And I
know some people are gonna be like, you shouldn't make fun of
you shouldn't make fun of
you
your dad. You shouldn't make fun of disabled people. You shouldn't make fun
of dead people.
Yeah, well, fuck you.
Yeah.
All right? It's my dad, fuck you. Go have your dad. Oh, that's really bad. That was almost a threat. I was gonna say, go have your dad die and come back to me.
Oh boy,
that would have been bad. Speaking of death, temporary COVID news: the global death toll passed 3 million. I think yesterday, today or yesterday,
something like that.
But so that happened.
We've been on tangents this whole time.
Oh yeah, we have been on tangents for a good half hour.
Half hour?
Half hour.
Yeah, half hour.
Yeah.
Wow. Feels like longer.
Yeah, it feels like longer. There's no reason we have to get to the news at a certain time. Yeah. It's just like, we'll fucking throw it in there at one point. And,
should we get to world news?
Yeah, I was looking, okay, I don't know if I'm, like, not proud to admit this or not, but this is how I look for news. I go on Wikipedia, and I search up the current year, and then I figure, okay, if an event's major enough to be talked about, then it would be on their list of things that happened that year. So, on, I think the 13th, Iran accuses Israel of nuclear terrorism and vows revenge, and I'm using air quotes for both of those phrases, after a uranium power plant blew up. And since then, there have been no updates. So, that's an interesting thing. And I'm going to be abandoned for a moment. But it's fine, so I'll ad-lib here for a minute. I'll get through the news, and then we'll come back to tangents afterwards, because why not? What else is here? Human stem cells were grown in monkey embryos. Scientists say this is a chimera. What's a chimera? That's like a mythical creature, right? Chimera, according to Greek mythology, monstrous fire-breathing hybrid creature of Lycia and Asia Minor, composed of the parts more of one animal, depicted as a lion with the head of a goat protruding from its back, and a tail that might end with a snake's head. So a lion, a goat, and a snake is apparent. So apparently, human plus monkey equals lion, goat, snake, according to scientists. I should probably read into that more, and I'll bring that back up again when Korey gets back. But so tomorrow, April 18th, Game Theory, which I feel like Sid would have had an interesting addition to this. Game Theory celebrates 10 years of being on YouTube. We're one day away. That'd be really nice. Go give them. Well, we're not in the position to give a shout out, but like, if you don't already watch Game Theory, go and get involved, I guess. If you're just joining, by the way, this is a 2-man podcast, but I'm currently alone as my co-host has something to do. They might be making lunch. That's probably what they're doing. So yeah, tomorrow, April 18th, Game Theory celebrates 10 years. On June 16th, hey, audience, have you all ever heard of a movie called The Hitman's Bodyguard, featuring Ryan Reynolds and Samuel L. Jackson and who was the other lady? Hitman's Bodyguard cast was Salma Hayek. That was the other character. Well, on June 16th, there's going to be a sequel to the movie called The Hitman's Bodyguard, or Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard, not Hitman's Bodyguard's wife. And it's got the original cast, and apparently Ryan Reynolds is like on leave or something. Something weird like that. I saw a trailer for it the other day. Looked pretty interesting. I don't know if it's going to be in theaters or on like Netflix or some other streaming website, but that'd be a good thing to check out. Also, last Thursday, I just remembered, last Thursday, like 2 or 3 days ago, Infinity Train Book 4 was officially released. I have not yet seen it, and I'll bring that up again when Korey gets back, but supposedly that's the final season, at least until, well, not until something, but it is the last season of Infinity Train. It's on HBO Max right now. Go watch that. It's the whole series. Go watch the whole series. It's amazing. I love it. It's awesome. It's good. Sorry, I'm trying to, Jesus Christ, what are these things made of? What else? May 14th, Subnautica Below Zero is released, or is supposed to be released. I am interested in that because that seems like a really... Oh, that's how it goes in. Sorry, I'm wrapping up old Apple headphones. It seems really interesting, the trailer, because they're now on like actual land. I don't know what to add here. Subnautica's fun. I'm actually playing it right now on Twitch. What else? Hello and welcome back.
Hi, I'm back.
Yes. You went to make a sandwich, I assume.
Sure.
All right. Yeah, sure. There's just sandwich.
Yeah, sure.
Whatever it was. So a thing that I wanted to, or that I mentioned a bit ago, that Infinity Train, the fourth and final season, dropped, however many,
like 2 days.
Like 2 days ago.
Haven't watched it yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm super excited.
I am fucking ecstatic to see it.
I've just been too lazy to start watching it.
Yeah, but what else came out? The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. Have you ever seen the original? No. All right, well, I'll show you that later. A new Subnautica game.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, that's coming out May 14th.
That's super exciting.
Oh yeah,
oh,
it's
dude.
hell. It looks that I forget what the trailer was. The guy was in like a submarine, like mining resources or whatever, and then this thing comes up, just looks at him, goes, and then bites the front of the submarine, and the guy's just like, Jesus Christ, and then it shows him like soaking wet trying to fix it.
Oh, I want to see that.
You'll
have to show me later.
It's great. I'll show you later.
I want to see it.
But all right, another thing I mentioned while you were gone, apparently, and I don't know the validity of this, but if Wikipedia is to be believed, and I did read the sources, human stem cells were inserted into monkey embryos.
Oh boy.
I don't know if they were like chimpanzee or gorilla or whatever, but I just read monkey embryos, and scientists say this is creating chimera embryos. Do you know what a chimera is?
No.
Chimera is one of those mythological creatures, like the Minotaur or whatever.
Yeah.
Chimera is a lion with a goat head on its back and a snake tail. Like a snake's head.
Okay, but do they mean
as a
like?
tail.
Do they mean like that is literally what is happening?
I don't
or
know.
do they mean like that kind of thing?
I don't know.
Because if it's literal, I'm concerned.
It could be a little bit of Wikipedia graffitia.
It could be.
But
I mean, there was a link in the sources to a BBC article about it.
Which we just obviously didn't read.
Yeah, we didn't read the whole thing.
we don't fact check. We just go, okay, is this real? Headline? Got it.
So we just skimmed to see if that was actually an article. So something's happening there.
But who knew that human plus monkey equals lion, goat, snake?
I think it's not meant in a literal way. I think it's metaphorical.
Weird math.
Some weird ass math there. Is that even math or is that's
sponge
genetics?
plus starfish equals clam. That's a reference you probably won't get. That's from SpongeBob.
Yeah, but I'm trying to... I figured it was SpongeBob, but I'm trying to figure out the clam.
There was an episode where SpongeBob and Patrick adopted a clam.
Oh.
And they were, like, treating it as their own baby or something.
Oh, gosh.
And then they pass two fish with their own kid, who's, like... And then they look and they're thinking, sponge plus starfish equals clam. What? How the fuck? Anyway.
There's such a thing as adoption, Karen.
Yes. Actually, I'm pretty sure the fish is referred to as Karen in the show before.
That'd be really funny.
It is really funny. What else? What else we got here? Okay, so I was cleaning. I'm on vacation still, till the end of April. You know that, right? Yeah. So not from like actual work, just from online stuff.
Yeah.
Except for this podcast, obviously.
This is the only thing still going right now.
And I'm cleaning out my Google Drive, and I find a folder of old ideas that I'm like sorting through, and I found an old comic idea, and one of them it was called Fish and Chips, which was a play on fish and chips, which reminded me of the time that I went to the British Isles. Ireland, Scotland, Wales, and England.
I forgot that you did that.
Yeah, I did do that. That was
super neat.
When was that? 2016 for some school photography trip or whatever.
I just remember you telling me.
It was like $7,000. Anyway.
Dang, I'm trying to calculate that by terms of school trips I didn't get to go on.
Yeah, but it reminded me.
Long live the poor.
We were okay. How do I?
Sorry.
Yeah, long live the poor. We'll be here forever.
Yeah.
There was. Okay, it was a 13-day trip, and every time we went to a public restaurant that wasn't like the hotel giving us food, because pretty much the entire trip was planned by whatever the company was that we used. I honestly don't even remember the name of it. But the trip was planned by the company and their representative, whose name I forget, and I had his phone number for a while just to be friends with him because he was actually a really cool dude, and I completely forgot his name. I don't have his number anymore.
Sad.
I'm just gonna call him Jason.
Cool.
That might have been his name. It might not have been.
Jason Todd.
So Jason.
Call him Jason Todd.
Jason, no, because then I have to hit him in the head with a crowbar.
Oh no, not again.
Which is basically
you're not the Joker.
Okay. Now I have another story.
To
tell after that.
After that. Don't go on a tangent. You'll
basically,
forget.
Every time we went into a restaurant, we were told you have two or three options. You have like vegan, then you have either like soup or essentially just like fish and chips, which is a British dish, which means
fish and French fries.
Chips mean French fries.
Which bugs me.
Wherever we were on like the second or third day, we were in a really small place, by the way, and there were, God, what? I gotta think. There was our instructor, I think. No, it was our instructor, 4 students and 4 parents, then our tour guide. So there was 10 of us, at least. And we all have to pack into one small, it's like a second floor upstairs, whatever. And we're ordering off the menu. He's like, all right, so you can either get this, this, or this. And it was the 3 basic things were different for every restaurant because it's just like, what are the most basic things we can get? But this case, it was fish and chips. And I said, I want fish and chips. Because I know that chips are just fries. I order fish and chips. It takes like an hour to get there because there's 10 people. Of course they're going to take some time. And I start eating, and I'm like, okay, chips, fries. I get it. They're regular fries. I take a bite of the fish. It's chicken. Which...
Fish and chips...
I'm not upset that it was chicken instead of fish. I am upset
that they called it fish.
Fish and chips translates to chicken and fries, apparently.
I'm not upset about it.
At least for me, because every other person, which I think there were maybe 4 other people that ordered fish and chips, got fish.
Then how did you end up with chicken?
I don't know.
Who did this?
I feel like they might bread them the same way, so they can't tell them apart, and they already cooked it, and they were just like, fuck it, just send it out. They're not gonna complain. It's fucking chicken. And
I like chicken. I don't like fish, so I would not be complaining. But just the fact that
go ahead.
You ordered fish and chips.
All
Not
right, fish.
chicken and...
I was like taking a bite. I was like prepared for like fucking like cod or tilapia or something. And I was like, oh, hell yeah, fish and fries. There's just chicken. And I'm a little glad because, God, I have so many stories from that trip. I have 2 stories still in my head.
That could be a whole podcast.
I'll save that. I'll save that for next episode then.
Yeah.
But I am grateful that I got chicken that day because, God, what was his name? I'm gonna just call the other guy who was with us Jake. I don't. I'm pretty sure that wasn't his name. Sorry if you're listening and have tics and that's activating stuff. Apologies.
Apologies.
I don't need to apologize. Whatever. Where was I? Our other guy, Jake, he also ordered fish and chips. He ended up getting food poisoning that night.
Oh, no.
And we found out the next morning that, who was it? I think the teacher and my mom were the other 2 that got fish and chips. And they also got a little sick.
Oh, no.
So I was like, maybe I'm glad. So,
that's kind of
I was
funny.
fortunate to get switched out for chicken and fries instead of fish and chips. Which, if okay, now I've had a little dream, like a tiny like side thing that I wanted to do for a while, like a restaurant. Yeah. Like retirement plan is like open a restaurant.
That'd
just,
be
like,
cool.
Just not like a fancy or like not even a corporate thing, just like my house,
honestly,
and then I'm just like people can just come in, I buy a second house, and then I'm like, this is the restaurant, you can eat wherever the fuck you want, watch TV, play video games, I don't give a shit.
That's kind of like some of the places in my hometown. They're just old houses that have been turned into like cafes.
And I wanted to just now I thought, what if I put an item on the menu that says fish and chips, and people are like, oh, British cuisine, it's fish and fries, and I actually give them fish and like Doritos or something.
That would be really,
it'd be really funny. Or if someone says, I'll take the British fish and chips, even though the menu doesn't say British. If they say British on their own volition, I will replace their fish with chicken.
Yes.
And they'll be like,
or
I ordered fish, and it's like, yes, but you see.
just British fish and chips. There's so many funny things that you could do with that. Get a little, flag of England or wherever, and just stick it in there. That'd be really funny.
I could.
Wait, fish and chips. Just give them goldfish.
If I have anything,
fish and chips. Just give
them
a
goldfish.
Like goldfish crackers.
No, I like pull out they're like fish and chips. I reach under the counter and pull out a box. There, you're served.
That would be really funny.
Oh, that'd be fucking amazing. There was. What the hell?
I'm just thinking about that now.
If I do that restaurant thing, I could do a thing where I have like French dishes.
Interesting.
And if the need arises where I need to put a flag on it, I'll just put a full white flag.
That'd be really funny.
And every time I serve someone, they say, yeah, I'd like that French dish. I say, I surrender.
That's really funny. That's actually a really funny idea.
Yeah.
Would you give me a job at your restaurant?
Absolutely.
Cool. I hate restaurant work, but I think it'd be funny.
It's not a restaurant. It's like, oh, come in, eat, order food, whatever. I'll make food for everyone. You can come in, you can watch TV, change to football, change to fucking go in the back, play video games or something.
Give me some random obscure
whatever
job there.
Yeah.
I'll be there for whatever really random reason, and people will be like, "Do you work here?" Yes. Okay, can I? And I'll be like, no, not like that. I work here like this, doing this random ass thing that nobody can explain.
Oh, yeah.
That'd just be really fun.
It's like, do you work here? Yes. Well, can I? Oh, no, I'm not on duty. All right, I'm gonna leave a bad review. Get the fuck out, Karen. that's like the whole thing.
I'll be the Karen repellent.
Yeah. There was
that's
like
really funny.
that's like my actual. I have told you about that, right? That's like my actual.
You've told me
dream
several
retirement
different
plan.
things. Yeah.
Like open an arcade.
You told me the arcade. We talked about that.
Yeah, the arcade's
that sounds
just
really
like.
Cool. I'm sorry if there was any noise
just
right there. I
bunch...
just bumped into the table.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. No one's
I've done that a couple times.
Like.
Oh,
full arcade, bunch of arcade cabinets and shit.
That'd be so cool.
There's a pinball machine my uncle had. I've probably mentioned this before.
I don't know. I don't recall. Keep going.
Our second most common phrase on this show, not including when we bring up the show itself.
Yeah.
Other than tangent, which is number one.
Tangent is
I've
number
probably said this before.
Yeah.
That's the second most common phrase. Either way.
Or any variant.
Any variant of
I've
that.
probably said this before.
Have I told the story before? Bernie.
It's just all the time.
Yeah.
You say it all the time.
There's, my uncle had a pinball machine. I don't remember the name of it. It was like World Cup Soccer 2013 or something like that.
Interesting.
There was a dog on the front of it. I found the exact name of the pinball machine, and I've saved that because I want that pinball machine. My dad had the highest score on that thing, which is the highest score that I've ever fucking seen. 3 billion. I don't know if that's an accomplishment on that machine itself. It was like World Cup Soccer Pinball. I don't remember the brand. You could probably look that up and find it. There's like a dog playing soccer. Did I say that?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a dog playing soccer on
Well,
the
you
front.
said there was a dog on the front.
I think like the main theme is like purple and gold. There's like a soccer trophy that, now that I'm thinking about it, it looked really phallic.
Yeah. It's kind of funny.
But my dad had the highest score, over 3 billion points, which was
crazy.
Absolutely insane. He was the pinball wizard at the time.
Well, was this before or after the leg?
Before.
Ah, damn, I was going to make a joke. Well, it's not like you could play for real.
Yeah, exactly. He just gets in a really tall chair. Let's see.
Just build him a robot so he can play soccer.
Footbot. Footbot.
I hate it.
Oh, no. It'd have to be called Sockbot. Because Footbot's for football.
Fair.
Thanks, Sparklestent. What else was there? There was another pinball machine. I don't remember the name of it. It was a lot older. Like, you could hear the screws jostling loose as you played it old.
That's kind of funny.
There was a Nintendo...
Sorry.
Something or other. It had, like...
Wow!
Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, Pac-Man Jr., all 3 of the original Donkey Kong, like, climber games. It had Galaga. It had so many games on it, and I'm probably never going to be able to find that thing.
That's
which
tragic, but
is
that
fine.
sounds so cool.
If I could find that, or hell, if I can convince my uncle to inherit it to me. Not really, but
well, maybe.
it'd be nice. It'd be really nice.
It'd be really cool, yeah.
Also, that house is fucking enormous and beautiful.
You told me that, but I've never seen a picture of it.
I'll find
anything.
pictures.
Yeah,
I'll find
you
pictures.
should. You should.
But whatever it was, there's a lot of games on it, and it was great. That would be the perfect arcade, but then perfect arcade cabinet, but it's the worst because that's the only arcade cabinet you'd need, and everyone would be like, oh, I get next turn on this game, and then I get this game, and then so just get separate cabinets for everything. I'd obviously have to get like Mortal Kombat 2. I'd have to get a Pac-Man. Was Tetris ever in a cabinet, do you think?
I don't know. Look it up.
I feel like it would have been.
I feel like it would have been, but I couldn't say for sure.
Tetris arcade cabinet.
Well,
yeah, Tetris has arcade cabinets.
That's cool.
God. But yeah,
That's really neat though.
But there was that Pac-Man one, and there was some slot machine. I don't remember what kind, but every time I went down there to play a game, my uncle always told me, "Hey, keys are right here, on the other side of the door. If you run out of quarters, just open it up, pull the things out."
That's so neat.
So I would just play slots just to see how many quarters I would win.
Yeah.
And like every quarter I would win, I'd be like, oh, I'm running out of quarters. I'll probably play slots to get some more so I can do Pac-Man or something. Those are some good memories.
That sounds really cool.
And I just like
that sounds like really nice memories. That's nice.
And it's not just a regular arcade that has arcade cabinets, but like I'll have like
Other
PlayStations,
stuff.
Xboxes, Nintendo Switches, Wii's, old GameCubes and 64s and SNESes and stuff. Fucking
Sounds
there's
awesome.
like an art bar in the back. There'd be like a regular like alcohol bar or like you can order sandwiches and stuff.
Yeah.
There'd
So basically
be
it's
D&D rooms.
That sounds really
all
really
sorts of
cool.
shit.
That's kind of, it just reminds me a little bit, in a different way, of a couple places, 2 in particular in my hometown that I know of. There's one that's a cafe, they have sandwiches and stuff, and it's an old house just on, town's main street, and it's really neat because it's really artistic. There's a couch, there's just random booths upstairs.
Boobs?
No, booths.
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 Okay.
Sorry, I can't
Booths.
talk well.
Like diner seats. Okay.
Yeah, diner seats.
I can't.
God, I can't talk.
You can't talk and I can't hear.
Yeah, what a combination.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really cool. They have, like, board games there and stuff. There's also, I just remembered, there's a restaurant/bar across town from there that has, like, all kinds of board games. Like, that's their thing. That's their gimmick, I guess. But there's also a coffee shop that I actually just got to try yesterday. It's really cool, but they hire people fresh out of prison who are looking for a job and can't find a chance anywhere
which one you're
else.
talking about.
I don't know if you do. Maybe?
We've driven past it multiple times.
We have.
I know.
So
I know.
pointed
I don't
it
remember
out.
the name of it, but we wouldn't say it anyway.
Yeah, but it's actually really cool, and I actually got to go inside yesterday. And
nice.
First off, their coffee was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It was really good. They have some other stuff too. They have, bagels, they have some sandwiches, that kind of stuff. But it's also in an old house.
Mm-hmm.
It was originally, a house that people probably lived in. And it's really, really cool. Everything is painted. Like, there's stuff on the walls. It's like mural kind of art. Everything's painted. There's a lot of stuff that's about, the unfairness of, the law system, kind of, and about being in prison and that kind of stuff. But it's really cool. The whole vibe of the place is amazing. And they also sell art for local artists. And that's
nice. Really
neat. And I know I was there with someone who is helping me with my mental health, I guess, is how I'd best phrase that. And he had talked to the owner. He was starting to talk about it because one of his other clients that he had taken there had suggested renting out one of the rooms upstairs for a D&D room. And the owner was actually like, oh yeah, we can definitely talk about that sometime. And I was like, that sounds so cool.
Fucking hell. I wish y'all could see my face, because my face lit up.
Literally, it was just...
I fucking
just
love
listening,
that idea.
like, the blank face listening, and then suddenly just, wow.
I would, if I ever get that arcade thing off the ground, I would love to partner with that studio. Probably get, like, or,
not studio,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Workplace.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Two things, and then
I'll show it to you sometime if you ever feel like driving down to
I'm
my
not.
hometown.
I'm not a coffee guy, but yeah.
Well,
absolutely.
They have other stuff. They have other stuff.
Like what?
I don't know.
Tea.
I don't know. They have smoothies and stuff. Do you like smoothies? Well, they also have food, so.
Well, I'm not big on food. No, I'm kidding.
I was about to slap you upside the head.
I'm a fat piece of shit, but
You're not,
I am. But looping back a little bit.
Where were we?
Two more things, and then I guess we'll wrap up because we're kind of running out of things, but we're close to it. We're at a good time.
We could end up going on tangents, but it's been almost an hour, so it's pretty good.
Looping back to the former convicts thing.
Yeah.
On most, if not all, job applications, online and paper, there is essentially a checkbox that says, "Are you or have you been in the past a convicted felon?" or something, some wording like that.
Yeah.
And it's a yes or no. If pretty much, this isn't like all or nothing, but basically, if you check that box, you will not get a job.
Yeah, basically.
And if you check that box and it's true, you won't get a job. If it's true and you check no, and they later find out,
you can be fired.
You can also be arrested again.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure, because I'm pretty sure it's some
into.
form of offense.
Yeah.
But there's a thing I remember. I don't know if it's still around, and we're not sponsored by it. I just remember hearing about this. There's a website called Ban the Box.
Yeah. Which
is for people fighting against that.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. If you'll go to prison for something really, really stupid and minor, and or you'll have it. Or like there'll be a school cop that treats normal bullying as an adult crime, and then you'll end up being in the prison system, and then you won't be able to get a job, and then you'll convert to actual criminal activity
because they don't give
you don't have anything else to do.
You don't have a chance.
Exactly.
So that's something that
which sucks.
Yeah, it really does. But that's something that I really like about the coffee shop that I just got to try yesterday, is that they specifically hire people who just got out of prison because they're not going to get a chance anywhere else. And it's helping a lot of people.
I feel like they probably filter through like actual murderers.
Oh yeah,
and
probably.
Stuff like that.
They probably have a system.
That's
to make
like,
sure. But
listen.
people who, here's the thing: people who get out of prison, you know, if they worked through and changed enough to be able to get out of prison,
exactly.
You know, that's amazing.
I would absolutely do a similar thing, and I would also do a thing with like high schoolers and younger workers. They can. I would be so flexible with them because I know
we know how hard it's been.
It's weird how adults will forget how hard
things are
for the younger people.
Yeah, and here's the thing: those adults are the ones who's made it harder.
Exactly.
They're like, back in my day, but things weren't.
I walked uphill to school both ways.
But things were
not
different.
Possible. Do you live in a non-Euclidean plane of existence? I feel like I've made that exact joke before.
I'm pretty sure you have. I'm not sure if it's been on the podcast.
Word for word.
Oh, no. I know you have.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's been on the podcast.
But, like, say you're like, I can only do, like, afternoons on, like, Tuesdays and Fridays. And then I'm like, yeah.
That's fine.
Fine. I'll pay you enough that you can get to that with just those hours, which is going to look really weird. It's going to look like you're making $20 an hour when you're working for 5 hours a week. But, like, that'll give you enough money to go through. And people will be like, hey, why is he making 20? Because he works 2.5 hours a day. And then they'll be like, okay, well, then why can't I get a raise? Well, you're here a lot more often. You're making basically the same amount of money.
Yeah.
Because you're working here more.
And here's the thing. That makes sense to me. I don't know what legal standpoint is on that.
If you're a business owner, I'm pretty sure it's your call.
Well, there could still be some stuff in place, so that's always something to check into before you do that, so that you don't end up getting arrested. And then, because here's the thing: if you get arrested, then somebody else is going to take over and change all that, and then it's bad for everyone.
As a legitimate business owner, I feel like it's the business owner's call. I'm not saying that. I know people get like opinionly.
Pay, so.
I'm saying I think that's what it is. As a person with no employees, because we have no income.
That's fair.
There's essentially no evidence of me figuring out what the fuck it is. But we got some other stuff that we're probably gonna save for next week because it's for Sid and she's not here. But I don't know. You got anything else to add?
Not really.
No?
It's been fun.
Yeah, it's been fun. Been a little shorter than usual, but...
I mean, we could always tangent for, like, however long you want.
Yeah, but I didn't sleep well again last night. Like, an hour's fine.
An hour's fine.
No one's even paying attention.
It's
and if you are, we love you, but we're gonna go.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah, but, yep, so, goodbye.
Thanks for tuning in.
Bye.